Hello. Waiting for people to get on here. Kind of late to start drawing, I know. I'm a little night owl tonight. I'm a night owl tonight. Okay. Learned a couple things here about my iPad. Hello. Just getting started here. I was just going to let anybody who comes on here know I am going to be drawing a beautiful bat rather than a scary one. Hey, Russian, it's you. I'm back on. I did all the alphabet, and now I am going to do the pretty bat. I downloaded the song and I've got it saved. I haven't matched it to the right illustration yet. So Russian is asking me, he suggested a song, and she, I don't know Russian. Anyway, I did. I found the song. I downloaded it. It's pretty cool. It's definitely, it's going to need a certain kind of drawing for it, I think. Oh, hey, Russian. Okay, so we're gonna color in this bat, and I'll show you just so you know that I actually did the drawing. Wow, I get a lot more people on here when I'm actually talking. I did a live earlier and I just played music and did this alphabet thing, and people didn't really come around. It was kind of funny, but I had to try it. So let me show you where I started on this. I'm just gonna do the quick um, preview of the time lapse to show you how the drawing started. Here we go. And you probably, this is in vertical or horizontal format, and you're looking at it vertically, so let's do that. Makes it a little easier. So I really started out, so this is super short, then we're caught up. You're caught up. This is what I've been doing. So let me just explain something about that. I'll play it again. So the bat, I studied bats because I didn't really know how their anatomy was put together. And then what I learned was that that right there is like a wrist. And all of these here that stick out from the wrist are their fingers. It's like their wings are super long fingers. Isn't that wild? Okay. The app that I'm using is Adobe Fresco. And I'm going to start drawing in just a second. Yeah, isn't that cool about the... Okay, so it's going to be a little upside down for you, but I think that's okay, right? I can't, at this point, reset everything up. So we're just going to go for it. We'll bring it up close. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by going to this layer, and I'm going to copy it and duplicate the layer. This one I'm going to lock so that I have one. If I want to put it on top of the other one, I can lock the layer. If I want to change it from gold color or whatever to a black color. I have a clean copy. So here we go. I'm just going to use my bucket over here, and I'm going to start filling in colors. And we'll just start with a red. And we'll put that right in there. Now, we may find that there are places where it spills out, and I'll have to stop and go and fix that, like right there. It's going to try and fill something I didn't want it to fill. Darn, it keeps doing it. This is what I want to fill right there. Okay. Oh, okay, you're going to go find the app, Fresco, Adobe Fresco. You may have to pay a subscription. Maybe they might have a free version. I haven't looked that up lately. Okay. Where else do I want to put some red? Well, I think we're going to put it in here. And maybe in here. Woo! That was a little more than I expected. Okay, I want to match it on the other side. So I went here and here. Here we go. We can put it here. Whoops. I think I'm going to go over here right now and get some stars. We're not going to do them all the same shade. I have a lot of bats where I live, and I had a bat. I had a bat it was pretty cold out when I noticed this bat all by himself. I live in a condo, and I was walking to my door, which is an outside entrance, and right next to my door, attached to the wall, was a little brown bat. He was about 6 feet up in the air, or on the wall, about maybe 7 feet. And he was just like hanging there on the wall, like he was asleep. And I worried that maybe I would come home and I'd find him on the cement, because he'd fallen off, because he died or something. But I came home. He was there for days, literally for days. And then I came home and one day, and he was gone. And so I was kind of happy because I thought he needs to go find his bat friends and, in some attic or some hollowed out tree or wherever they're living, and bat house, and get warm with his friends. I felt bad for him. So I'm going to go with a yellow. Oops. That's one of those places where I'm going to have to go back over and grab. Oops, got the same problem over there. Oh, I'm going to check my comments. Okay. Oh, great. That's great. I'm glad your mom is supporting your artwork. Yeah, I mean, it is one of the funnest things that I have done, and artwork has led me to a lot of other things. Like, let me give you an example. Artwork has led me to learn how to teach other people. So when I was a young mother, I taught art in schools. I taught calligraphy to children. I taught snow sculpting. I taught woodworking. We carved spoons, and we made coat hooks and toys out of wood. And so I taught snow sculpting, I taught calligraphy, and then I taught summer camps because there was always something to do with with arts and crafts, and so I was pretty good at that. We're going to go random. I'm going to stop. I've been doing it even, and it's kind of making me a little crazy. I don't think I'm going to do it even anymore because even though he's symmetrical, he is at an angle in the picture. So I'm going to go off. I'm going to kind of do it, but not stay exact. It's a little more freeing Where else do I want some green? Here, here. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of a dark blue in here. Oh, okay. Okay, now I'm back to the symmetrical thing. Can't make up my mind. Okay, this is going to be... Okay. Oh, great. You're signed in on your iPad. Wonderful. Like I said, I don't know if you were here the other day when I said, I don't know how old you are, Russian, or how good you are at drawing. You might be better than me. Believe me, there are kids out there that are better than me. But I have a website, and it's maggiebates.com, and I have free coloring pages on there. So you just have to go to the tab that has free coloring pages, and you can print out anything that you see there and copy it and practice, because I think that practicing by copying other artists is one of the fastest ways to learn and get good. When I was in college, my professors always had us studying famous artists. And so that, I mean, I would go to famous artists, of course, but you can also copy, like if you see something you really like and the artist gives you permission to trace it or copy it to practice, you should. It's a great way to learn, and you can look at all different artists and gain all different kinds of styles and skills. Okay. You're 13 and I am not good at all. Well, remember also what I said is that you just have to get started at it, and then you will get better at it. A lot of people just, is that too much blue, too close? Ooh, I'm liking how this is looking. Yeah, whenever you start to draw, no matter how old you are, you just have to practice it. It's just like playing an instrument or anything like that. The more you do it, the better you'll get. The more things you'll figure out. Okay, let's go with, I don't think I've done much pink. We need to do some pink. We'll just do all these ribs pink. I can always go back and change a color. What else can I do pink? Whoops. Okay, do you know how to get rid of the pixel layer? I pressed it and can't get rid of it. So you can, okay, so what you do is you just go over here to the plus sign on the side here, and you get a whole fresh layer, and it doesn't say pixel. It just, then you can use, you'll figure it out by trying, but the, this brush is a vector brush, and this bucket is it can be vector or pixel. So that's how, I hope that helps. Let's see what else. Okay, good. Hopefully that helps you. If I don't get frustrated if I forget to check my comments, because I'm drawing and I get into my drawing. So just don't get frustrated. Leave the comment and I will try and remember to answer you one way or another on here. It's not as easy as like on Facebook where you can just make friends and then go message each other. I don't know if I can do that. Whoops, cancel. All right, so I went on the wrong layer. There we go. Okay. Can I put some more pink over here? I sure can. And there. Okay, let's go get a nice gold, orangey gold orange. Is that different than the other? Not different enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go bright yellow. No. Wow, I'm having a little trouble here choosing. Let's go with a purple. Purple. There, we got that done. Mm-hmm. Let's go with a neon green. It's pretty close to the other green. All right, so we're going to go now with a dark green. I haven't done a dark green. I knew it was going to get cool when I started filling in the background. Okay, what needs filling? Ooh, that needs filling. Let's go with this color here. No. Little purple feet. Got bold. I just did it. Nope. checking the comments. Okay. Good night, Russian. Thanks for stopping by. Whoa. Okay, do I want to keep that? That was an accident. Yes, I want to keep that. And I want to put it here and here. That was a little too much. So no, and I think it's because I've got a hole right there. Let's try it again. Yeah, perfect. Nope. That works. Okay, so now I want to work on the background behind him. So I will add a layer. Choose a rake. It's not working. Why? Why is it not working? Let's make it bigger. There we go. Okay. What I want to do I love this rake. It's so fun to use. It's like taking a dry brush over a piece of artwork. You can do this with paint and a brush on paper or canvas. It's called dry brush. Here they're calling it a rake, but this is, to me, this is what dry brush is. But we're going to go further than this. So with the rake idea, around the moon, I'm going to add another layer here because in case I don't like how it turns out. So I'm going to choose the moon color. Actually, I'm going to choose a white color because I want it to contrast with the moon. You see what I'm doing here? It's on a layer underneath the moon over here. So the moon is somewhere here. Where is the moon? There it is. It's way at the top. There's the moon. So I'm way down here, right? No. Here, let's see. Turn that off. Yeah, that's where I am. I tend to get lost with where I am. So what happens if we put this out here? I'm going to go back and erase some of this because it's just a little bit too much. So I like that. Now, I might do this. I might go to a pencil, a regular pencil. Go back, basic pencil, and hard round. Nope. And make those stars stand out just a little bit more. Not all of them, just some of them. Hmm. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the sky. No, I was pressing too hard. I'm going to try turning off a couple layers. I'm not sure I totally like what's going on there. Get rid of that one. That's interesting. Some of the stars are there and some of them aren't. So I think the stars can stay. I'll play with the background some more. Yeah, that might be what I need. To follow with this motif, I need to add. Oh, I like that. I like that. I think I'll bring the blue behind him and then we'll do this a different color. Thanks for hanging in there with me, everybody. I always love to have new subscribers. If anybody is enjoying this and they would like to support my channel by subscribing, it would be so great. I'm trying to grow my channel. I've had a couple videos that have taken off. A lot of videos that just are, you know, a few people come around. I'm trying to get better at what I do. Tonight I'm just doing sort of a relaxing, simple, easy to follow kind of a drawing without many layers. Sometimes they get very complicated. Sometimes I stick with just children's motifs. Other times I do fashion. I like to do a lot of animals. I use Adobe Fresco and my iPad and an Apple Pencil. Sorry. One out of the camera. There we are. I like that. I think we'll go with a purple now. Dark purple. A little bit bigger line. Okay, how's that going to look? Yeah, that's going to look good. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Thanks for those of you who are hanging with me tonight. I'm just going to keep adding some color. Check my comments. It's getting late here. Bats went through a rough time lately. There was this disease called white nose syndrome, and it was like a fungus that was really, really hard on bats. I think it killed some of them, a lot of them actually. So if you know of someone who has a property where they can put up a bat house, if you have a property for a bat house, it's a good thing to do. It'll help the bats. And we need the bats. I have so many bats around where I live. It's fun to watch them at night when they come out. They're very active. I've never had any trouble with bats. I know a lot of people are afraid of bats. I've had friends who wouldn't come and visit me because I have so many bats. I live right next to a pond, a very big pond, which is also next to a lake. And so there's a lot of habitat that is perfect for bats here. And so I have lots of bats. And I've actually had a couple friends who do not want to visit me when it's dark because they don't want to worry about all the bats flying around when they have to go to their car. I don't blame them. It doesn't bother me. It's never bothered me. I grew up with bats on a farm. You know, they're just part of life. You get used to them. Oh, I'm getting close. Oh, I like that. I wasn't sure I was going to like the background when I was first working at it, but I'm starting to like it now. What else can we add to this drawing to make it? Here we go. Oh, that's weird. The moon is pointed down. That's kind of weird. Let's do it this way. This is how the drawing was originally designed, was like that right there. But when you do a YouTube live stream on your phone, it automatically puts it as a horizontal aspect ratio. So that's why it's turned this way as I'm drawing it, but it still looks cool. So I wonder if I were to go back to this layer and choose, I think it's, so let's do this. Okay. change some of my background colors. I do know they all have to still stay pretty light. Ooh, I like that. With the, there we go. I have to plug in my phone. Wow, that's a long cord. Thanks for waiting for me. Really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to do a little bit with the moon here, and I'll go above the moon. Oops, cancel. Hmm. I think I know what's going to happen here. I think it's going to try and, yeah, it's going to try and fill in the whole thing. So I'll have to do an outline. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I've got a couple thumbs up. I appreciate that too. I had one of my favorite followers stop by, and they're going to download the program I'm using, which is Adobe Fresco, on an iPad and an iPencil, or with an iPencil. And it makes what I do worthwhile when people stop by and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I appreciate thumbs up and subscriptions. I'm trying to grow my channel, and it's one subscriber at a time. And so I hope if you enjoy watching other people draw, or you would like to learn how to do this, I teach it as I go often. Tonight I'm being kind of quiet because it's late and this is just for enjoyment. We're going to go to a really light pink. Really light pink. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. And for anybody who's stuck around this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate subscribers, new subscribers. I love it when people come back and tell me about what's happening with them, which happens with a couple folks. Oh, I think I've got another good night. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening. So I'm going to, just before I close, I like to show people how a drawing progresses, and this program records all of that. So it'll just take me a moment to give you a preview of the time lapse. So this is where I started, which was a very, very light sketch. And I'll turn it here so it looks a little more. And then I placed it differently on the pad. And then I started working with the background a little bit and then started filling it in tonight with a lot of different colors. I worked on the background. Did some things I didn't really like over by the moon, and I had to fix that. But it turned out okay. And then I started adding that, and everything got better. And we ended up pretty much where we are now. So there we go. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you want to learn more about how to draw with Adobe Fresco on an iPad and an iPencil, or you can also use a Wacom tablet and hook it up to your computer. If you don't have an iPad, Wacom tablets are less expensive and they come with a stylus. I've never had trouble with my Apple stylus. I had a little bit of trouble with my Wacom stylus, but I've had, over the years, I've had 3 different ones, and only one time did I have trouble. And I probably just need a new nib. I'm not really sure what's going on with it. But anyway, this is an Apple iPad with a pencil, and I use Adobe Fresco. And most of what you see here are vector brushes and fills. And it's very quick when you do that because it's a bucket fill. And a little bit in the background, I've got some pixel brushes, which is what the dry brush looks like. This scratchy lines, those are a pixel layer. But everything else tonight on this drawing, I did vector layers. And vector layers tend to be really smooth. They don't pixelate. Like, see the difference between a vector layer? Whoa, what did I do? Let me undo that. This vector layer here with this super smooth line on the golds and yellows. And then you see the pixely layer. That's the difference between a vector brush and they used to call it a raster brush, but the wet brushes are, let's see if they have a name for it on here, and I can tell you by adding a layer. And then I'm going to do a bucket fill, and it'll say, oh, do I want a vector layer or a pixel layer? Cancel. So I don't want to fill it. So that is the difference between the two. The reason, like when you get close, you're like, oh, well, I just want to use vector. And you might think that, but in reality, vector is quite flat and you can't get the same nuance and detail as you can with a pixelated brush. And so it depends on what look you're trying to get. This works really good. This one works really good with vector. So I went with vector because it's clean and I don't have to worry about it ever pixelating when I enlarge it. So that is what I can tell you about that. Recently, if you check out my YouTube channel, if you subscribe to it, you will find that I will take this, like I showed you the little drawing capture that it does. It just records every single stroke that I've done. And that's a video now that I can turn into something else. And so I often will take my drawing videos and I will turn them into shorts. I'll cut them up. I'll mix them back together. I'll put lots of transitions, spins, and zooms, and all sorts of stuff. So it starts to become a lot more active. But it's also got the lines moving from where my pencil was drawing on that record, and then I just make it a very active animated film, really. And they're all shorts. They're all like 30, 45, 60 seconds. And they're very fun for me to make. I do it for enjoyment. Um, and you can find a bunch of my art shorts over on my YouTube channel under shorts. And then you can find a lot of videos under live. I've been doing a lot of lives lately, and I've done lots of different subject matter. I've done King Triton recently. I've done a cowgirl fashionista, an urban cowgirl. I did another kind of cyberpunk fashion girl. Then I did a farmer with animals around them. I did a horse icon. I did a very cute goat face icon. And all of those that I just named off, those are all live drawings, and they're usually anywhere from 45 minutes to sometimes I go for a couple hours, and you see how I put the whole drawing together, stroke by stroke, like you're watching me draw. Some of them I had to do in two parts, and some of them I combined my own work in the background that I didn't film, and then I just bring you in, when it's underway. So you can see the insider scoop on making art, because making it live on here is challenging, I mean, you make mistakes when you have to rework things, and it's challenging, and I love it, and I want to keep doing it, but I need people to subscribe and support my channel in order for me to keep doing it. Okay, well, I'm going to say goodnight. It has been absolutely lovely to have you come on here tonight. And my little bat is going to say goodnight to you. Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.